What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Submission Session. Hey, it's the Don, and that's the guy, T Rock, the wise man. What's going on, T Rock?
Not much, man. Not much, man. Some wrestling went on this weekend. We're gonna
So,
discuss.
some
We're
wrestling
gonna
went on.
figure this out.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen us. We know it's
Yeah,
hey, things happen. It's like that sometimes.
priorities.
Yeah, hey, when you do a lot of adulting. And adulting, whoever thought adulting, who is young, you'd be like, hey, I can't wait to get old because I can do it all I want. Forget that, kids. If you're a kid, stay young as long as possible. Who wants
For
to
real.
be an adult? This is
I know,
crazy.
right?
Who wants to pay bills? Who wants to work?
Sometimes you even got to adult the adults.
Yes. Oh, we don't even want to talk about that. Yeah. Especially yes, yes. That's a whole nother category, a whole nother show right
Oh
there.
yeah.
Hey, you get the adults, and that is
Yes,
definitely
yes.
that's definitely something right there. I tell you something, boy.
Exactly.
Woo, boy, boy, boy. But it's been a lot of things that's happened in these past couple of weeks, but we're gonna hit on what's recently. I mean, it's a couple of things. And if you see the scroll above us, quite a bit of name changes has happened up here. Quite a bit of titles have been, lost and gained by others. I mean, I'm looking at one right now, the Vandy Project, NXT Tag Team Champions. Like, ooh, come on, Speed Champions. I mean, you get all type of things going on right now. NXT, WWE, AEW. I mean, Ring of Honor. It's all over the place. Things is happening. Mm,
Yes, yes. Strategy project straight up from Evolve.
yeah, it didn't take them too long, too, for real. I mean,
Mhm.
really didn't. I,
Right,
I might not
exactly.
be no fan, but evidently WWE is. So hey, but hey, we know what happened yesterday, and that was Elimination Chamber that went on.
That it
So
did.
yes, it did. So it took the time. I mean, a lot of things. Now this is now officially your road to WrestleMania starts pretty much now. And with that being said, uh we don't got too much longer to go for WrestleMania. I can tell you exactly. Right now, we have 48 days, 5 hours, 53 minutes, and 5 seconds to go to WrestleMania starts. Yes, you heard me. That was exactly
Wow.
correct.
I'm saying, hold on, let me look.
That was correct right there, right?
Fairly, yeah, it seems pretty accurate. Seems pretty
Yeah,
accurate.
that was accurate. I got it right there, right there. But look, we're gonna start off on a whole nother foot. We will get to elimination when it gets down to it. But everybody just sit tight, hold on, and watch us move. So first up, it's kind of funny. I just wanted to bring it's kind of like a little funny because of all people, the man himself, Johnny Morrison, gets his head shaved at CMLL. Yes, you heard it right. Johnny Nitro, Johnny Morrison. What other Johnny? What's
Was it? Yeah, he's had all kinds. When he was in Lucha Underground, it was like Johnny something. It's always Johnny something.
yes, Johnny something, but yeah, he got that head shaved. Look at that head right there. Johnny, like, oh, those locks are gone with Johnny. But he lost it to who? Angel Del Oro. Angel Del Oro. The Oro. Angel de
Of course he
Oro.
did.
Yeah, that's who he lost it to. And Angel de Oro stands for Golden Angel.
Yeah, sounds about
Yeah,
right.
yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Sounds
yeah.
about right. Yeah, it sounds about like Golden Angel. That's when as soon as you said it, that's what I said. That was what I was thinking.
I'm like, hey, when I saw it pop up on my stream and I seen his head shave, I had to make it public. I mean, who would have thought this man with the hit? Yeah, I don't know how Miss Vicar, his wife likes it, but hey, I mean, there might have been a
Yeah.
lot of money invested in it.
Well, true, true, and plus it gives an opportunity to start all over again.
hmm That's very
You
true.
know, there's a lot involved when you sign a match to get in a match to have your head shaved. You got to be 100% dedicated to it. Like what's my man Kurt Angle.
Yep.
But Kurt Angle said, I heard later in interviews, he's like, I knew I was losing my hair anyway.
He said,
So this
might
is
as
just a
well.
way, yeah, this is just a way to go ahead and get it knocked out.
Yeah, hey, it only makes sense. That only made sense to me. But hey, it's funny enough because gosh, I can't think. AEW, AEW. Somebody recently had their head shaved in AEW. Hey, of the
Like,
oh come on, of lots of God, why don't I have this? Oh my gosh, I hate when that this happens. Just oh gosh, I
yeah,
can't think. I
I
can't
wish
think.
I could think of it.
Yeah, he lost it against I'm completely blanked on that. So we're gonna keep it moving on because I'm not gonna stall on it. But yeah, we had somebody lose their head right there to us. Another shave just happened. So hey, Johnny, you'll be all right. You're gonna keep going because plus he goes over CMLL over to Japan and everywhere else in Mexico. And they as whoever um you know how AEW does it because they travel. They definitely travel in
Wheeler
they
Yuta.
Willa Yuta. There we go. Yeah, I knew it was. I don't know why it couldn't come to me. I don't know why. Mostly I have it written down, but it slipped my mind.
Yep.
But yeah, they do a lot of things. So hey, let's see how that transfer because he does a lot of things over in REW too. ROH, RH. What I say? RH. But yeah,
Or say ROW is the thing too. So
yeah, of course.
reality of wrestling.
mm, see,
Booker T's promotion.
that is Booker T's boss. Yes, it is Booker T. Bookie. All right, let's just move right here to NXT real quick. What's going on there? It just something stood out to me because these two ladies been bickering off and on, and they was besties, but now that relationship is all over. Zarya has betrayed Soul Ruka of all people. Soul Ruka, hey, we seen her moving up. We seen her in the Royal Rumble, and Zarya didn't take that kindly. As in, she went on and left her and went to the Royal Rumble and did her thing, and Zarya was left behind in NXT to defend for herself. So when Soul Ruka was ready to take on um, what's your girl? Who gets the NXT title?
Tracy Jane.
JC Jane. JC Jane, she's ready to take on JC Jane for the title. Zarya said, it's not happening. I'm talking about that match lasted a total of about 10 seconds. After Zarya
Yeah.
speared her and took her out with an F5, and it was done. I'm like, ooh, yeah. It took her out to the,
Curtains.
yeah, it was, I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, I mean, you see it happening. It's
You
just
seen it
when, you
coming.
know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah, it's just a matter of when, you know what I mean? And it was really, I think the timing of it was good. Not the fact of the turn, because the turn was going to happen regardless.
Right.
It's about when she turned right before the match. You know what I'm saying? It just had to lose, basically in almost a squash match. You know what I mean? That part I liked.
Mm-hmm.
That part I liked. It added a little something to the Zarya Soul Ruka feud now.
Yes, it is. So now it looks like they will be taking on each other, I believe, in their next pay per view, Stand and Deliver. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting right there. Stand and Deliver, which is April the 4th. And they are saying this year they are putting, usually NXT does the pay for their PLE, let's say that or whatever, right at WrestleMania, like the day early in the day of WrestleMania, or the day before. They have said we are having our own Saturday to ourselves and doing our own thing this year without WrestleMania attached to it. Okay,
Oh, it's okay. I see
okay,
y'all. I see y'all.
yes.
Made it for, but plus it made it for a really long day of wrestling.
Man, didn't it?
Yeah, because WrestleMania is not a short thing.
Oh my gosh, no, it's not. They start early and end late.
Yeah, I heard they kind of scrambling for matches for that anyway. But yeah,
Yeah, they changed the time too. I see they start now at 2 or 4. It's something they changed the time from earlier because it was a little bit later. Now the start time went up some. So
Really, because
yeah,
so they're gonna be on the west. So like, if they go to two, it's gonna be like 11 o'clock in the morning or something. There.
yeah, you're right. It really is. So we will see how that works out in the get go. Well, let's move on. Let's keep this bad boy moving. We got AEW. Just a little something, something for you right here. Hey, should we say the iconics or should we say inspiration? Because one thing, they are all. Oh, hold up. They are all elite. Inspiration.
Yeah, went from WWE to TNA to AEW. Look at them.
Keep on moving.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. I don't want to have what's his name. Sean Spears feels about all this.
Right, right. Yeah. To the, I mean, you got a lot now. You got a lot of women. I mean, you got even like you got inspiration to show back. I mean, it showed up in all the. You got Private Party has returned back in AEW. So you have a lot of tag teams. You got a lot of singers. And the thing about it, like you always say, what the storyline's going to be like. What are they going to be used for? Are they going to be underused or what? Are they going to just sit there? They're going to come in, do a little something, get sit back. I mean, put on the shelf. How are they going to use them?
Right. Oh, well, they're entertaining. But let's start there. You know what I'm saying? They're very entertaining. So hopefully they're used right because like what's her name? Is they're Harley?
Or Harley
What's her?
Quinn?
No, no, that's Batman. Um,
We were just talking about the penguins.
yeah, right.
Harley,
Cameron or something like that. I
Harley
think is her
Cameron.
name.
That's it. I said, what? And I said Harley
Yeah.
Quinn just so quick too. Like,
Yeah, I know, right, Quinn, and it was straight face and everything. Like I was absolutely correct when I said that. It's like what? She's entertaining too. So I see they try to keep her on TV as well. You know what I mean? So hopefully they can do the same thing with this because they can try to do what WWE is trying to do, and that's try to keep the women's tag team women's tag team scene good. Now neither one of them have done a really good job with this.
right,
So let's hope that the inspiration can just help turn this around. 'Cause I think they will probably eventually get the belts anyway, or the titles, depending
right.
upon which promotion you're in.
Yeah, you're right. You're right because they're gonna come in. They're gonna at least make some type of, especially coming in as a tag team. Some they've been around, so people know who they are. And if people don't, Peyton Royce and Billy Keys. So Billy K. What I say, Billy Keys, Billy K.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah,
Are they
so
still Billy Kay, Peyton Royce?
good question. I don't know. I guess we'll find out
Yeah,
come Wednesday.
yeah. Because I got a feeling that at least Billy Kay is not Billy Kay anymore. She's hilarious, but I got a feeling that what I'm saying that their name that at least that name has changed.
Probably so. Probably so. Wouldn't be surprised at all. Let me move on to this next AEW thing, though. We got. I'm telling you, who is getting some momentum, who's been getting momentum for a while down, from Jet Speed to, the Trios Tag Team Champions is that guy, Kevin Knight. Kevin Knight said he had a match just the other day. He's had some big wins. He beat Darby Allen. He's beat not Okada. Okada. He beat one of them. Kanes, Kaneska, or Okada. He's beat one of them. It was one of them he beat. But
I don't think it was Okada.
yeah, Okada very seldom gets beat. So yeah,
All right.
he does very seldom get beat. So,
I see that's a
so
push.
yeah, he's been getting a damn good push lately. So he just went on the microphone. Look, I'm trying to go for the title. It is what it is. I mean, I might got these tag titles. He said MJF, Adam Page, whoever wins. Adam, I know we cool now. Trio. I'm still coming after MJF. You got it. I'm coming after. So they confront each other. It's past collision, and hey, come Wednesday on Dynamite. These two will face for the title. Not bad.
Yeah, yeah. Here's here. Okay, I think this is a good match. I think it's a good match. Now, here's where the vast difference between WWE and AEW lie. Kevin Knight would not be getting a title match this quickly in WWE. In WWE, this is typically something you build up to, right? You have all these other matches, regardless, even if WWE had a trios championship titles or whatever, right? This is something you build up to in the WWE. You know what I'm saying? They're just going to throw you in. Because the problem with throwing you straight up in a championship match that quickly, unless you're somebody who's well established, like an AJ Styles or something like that, is that you've hit that ceiling. And then where do you go from there?
Mm.
Right? You end up just dropping back down, defending the trios titles, and then having good matches with other people. But what does that look like for you trying to get a title, going for that title again later on? Because right now they're just kind of cycling Hangman Page, MJF, Swerve, Mox. Um, that's pretty much it. Nobody else is. Kenny Omega's probably never going to see that title again. Um, so that's kind of your four guys you gotta leap past to even get this opportunity, right? So I feel like it should have not necessarily a gauntlet kind of situation, but if you're going for the title, MJF's title, what you should do is at least go through Mox, go through Swerve, go through Hangman to get there. Now I know he had a great match with Swerve and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So who's next, right? Hangman. Who's next? Mox, right? Because again, these are the only four people that they've been throwing the title on here lately. I mean, I can't remember last time somebody held a title other than those four.
Probably just Samoa Joe. That's probably about it.
Yeah, and Joe. Yeah, Joe's had
Mm.
it at least twice, I think.
Yeah, he said twice.
Or I know he's been ROH. I think he's ROH. He's been ROH champion too. So yeah, so what I mean. It's like Joe's just holding it for a little bit until they put it back on one of those guys. You know what I mean? It's just,
That's how I
and I
felt
love
too.
Joe,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Yep. I mean, you own something right there. I feel what you're saying because definitely, I think he did have a match against John Moxley. I think he had a match against Moxley, but of course, but both of them was just when he had against Swerve. They had good matches, but he's still working himself to go against somebody else. But he had a match against Okada when he was in that what was that Continental Classic as they call it, and he did. I mean, he had some good showings. That's one thing about that you're going to have some great matches each and every match in that Continental match, the Continental Classic that they AEW puts on. AEW puts on. What I say when they put out, you're gonna have some great matches in that. On both sides and everything else. That is one thing about that. So I see where you're going. And yeah, they could have built them up because once, like you said, once you lose the MJF, then what? Then you go back down tag team, the trios, and until you lose it. Then, I mean, you still jet speed. Do you eventually? How is it? When do you break away? When do you go off on your own? When do you really go and consider going after? I mean, go after Ricochet, the national champion. I mean, yeah,
yeah.
plenty of things to go after. Yeah, I can see that.
True enough, true enough. But yeah, it's just, yeah, it's. I just felt that for me as a story guy, it would have great better. Now I don't deny this wouldn't be a great match though.
Mhm. Yeah, I can see that. I can see, and we shall see come this Wednesday on Dynamite. Right. Oh no, wait, just well, I just thought of it too. Just thought of it. So yeah. All right, people. Hey, evolve. This is one thing we hate to say goodbye to in the wrestling world, but the man said, "Hey, one thing he hasn't been able to be 100 to was being a dad. He's missed a lot during the years. He says he's missed games. He's missed birthdays. He's missed dinners. He's missed outings, gatherings, and everything else. It's the one and only, the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. But now he's about to be inducted to the Hall of Fame. Man, oh, we got
Yes.
to, I mean, with that, we got to give AJ Styles one in the place. That's from back in the day watching AJ Styles and TNA from young, and I saw a video from when he was in WCW. I'm talking about he wrestled in a tag team match. Young AJ slid in the ring, no hair at all, short hair. No, I mean it was like wow. And when I seen him in his days in TNA, that was classic. Those TNA days were classic, and you see him,
Hmm.
New Japan wrestling, mm, Bullet Club, to make his way to uh, WWE, entering into the Royal Rumble. What was it? 10 years ago? They said no, it was a long time ago when he first entered in. And the first
Yeah.
person he took on in that Royal
WWE.
Rumble, yeah, in WWE, first person was Roman Reigns when he entered
Yep.
him in the Royal Rumble.
2016.
And it's crazy enough, but AJ Styles, and the thing about it, I loved how they did it on Monday night because they did not tell AJ that it was going to happen. So then
Right.
Undertaker came out, did his thing, and it felt, now that I liked, it felt real, and you got real emotion out of AJ, as in like, are you kidding me? Like what the like
Right.
okay.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah. And it was a good scene. It was a good sight. It was a good retirement. It was, wasn't one that was drug out. He explained why he didn't leave his gloves and all
Right.
that stuff there. You know what I'm saying? His family was able to be there, and what's even better about that, they were like to drive over. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They didn't have to catch. Everybody didn't have to catch a flight somewhere. You know what I mean? They could just drive over there. You know what I mean? Or they probably got a ride. You know what I mean? They probably WWE's, go ahead, just fit the bill to get them a ride over there, that kind of thing, man. And I think that was really good. AJ, you're exactly right. AJ has been AJ, right? One of those guys that was extremely talented, but nobody ever thought he'd make it to the WWE. I don't even think at any point he thought he'd make it. It's one of those things where you got to make noise everywhere else, which he did in TNA, which he did over in Japan, and then let's get this guy, because you can't wait too long. The man retired within being 10 years of WWE.
Right.
I mean, so what happens when you wait 2 more years? Is it 8 years? You know what I mean, or is it shorter? He's gotten hurt over these years too. So it's. I say all that to say that I love this. I love the fact that he's basically signing a new contract with the WWE. In case nobody knew about that,
Yeah.
basically with a talent, helping younger talent and stuff like that, which I think is phenomenal. Um, yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you,
What?
man. Here's. Thank you, sir. The, every once in a while, man, I find myself going back to watch that Royal Rumble debut.
Mhm.
And what I really like about it is the reaction videos that I watch for it, because it's always this look of confusion, because I think that the camera work was a little bit terrible in a sense, to where they had it on Roman, and then you didn't ever see everything that was going on the Tron. You know what I mean? When it says he is, and then it kind of went away, and you're just like what? And to the very last second, it goes phenomenal. And then you see, and it's still on the crowd and stuff like that. And then you see him come out, and everybody's just losing their shit. And it's some of those moments for me that really gives me cold chills, because again, it was one of those things. It was like you never thought that he was going to get to WWE. On top of that, you didn't. I never thought he would stay that long.
True, because back then, 10 years ago, was the dirt sheets like they are now? Did we know that? Oh, it's a possibility that AJ Styles might show up in Royal Rumble.
There was a rumor. It was just about when, but there was a rumor that he was coming to WWE, but nobody knew when.
Mm,
So it's a secret that he showed up at the Royal Rumble. It wasn't a secret that he was supposed to be in the WWE.
yeah, I can remember watching him because, especially you watch it and then see a guy come out head down, the hood over. and do his like like
Yeah,
oh AJ Styles is in WWE. Okay,
yeah.
okay.
People lost it. Grown men crying. you know what I mean? It was just like it was emotional for a lot of folks around there.
Yeah, yeah, I can see it. So yeah. So we're saying that about AJ in the Hall of Fame. Let me ask you this. Who else gets inducted to the Hall of Fame? As we know right now, Stephanie McMahon is also going to be inducted. But who else could be some possibilities if somebody can
I
be
don't
inducted?
know, man. Honestly, I haven't really given it a whole lot of thought because I just really haven't. I just been kind of in the moment with everything that's going on now. You know what I mean? Um, I think somebody who's basically had double knee surgeries and probably still has some kind of, I don't know if they still have a contract with AEW, but Dustin Rhodes,
Mm.
I think, is one person that should go. You know what I mean? Like, I grant, because if anybody says that that Gold Dust character was, not Hall of Fame worthy,
Oh,
then
man.
we were gonna have to fight.
Right.
We will have to fight. He deserves to go into the WWE Hall of Fame, as far as I'm concerned.
I like that.
And that's kind of off the cuff too.
Yeah.
Let's see. I can't really. Uh,
I like
I got to think about the rest of them. Yeah, but that's the first one that comes to mind is Dustin.
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot because I mean the thing about it, I wouldn't even like you said about coming off the head like that. I'm like, oh, I didn't think about Dustin. I mean, I don't know
Yeah,
how the relationship is because but Dustin. I've read somewhere recently where he's enjoyed his time in AEW. He loves the AEW. He loves what he does and this and that. I think he still signed on. He doesn't. He don't wrestle as much, but I think he does when he does. He's in Ring of Honor. But
right. But he just had double knee surgery though. Like he
yeah.
just had both his knees done. That's as per Cody on that. What's that? What do you want to talk about
Let's
podcast he
talk.
does?
Oh, okay, yeah. I was gonna say let's talk about it, but that's the other guy.
That's Trick.
Just
Yeah,
Trick Williams.
that's this Trick. But yeah, yeah, but that's what he said because I think his guest, and I'm trying to remember who it was, asked about it, and he said, "Oh yeah, he just had double knee surgery."
Mm,
So I don't think the relationship matters a lot because if the relationships matter, then there's will be a lot of people that's in the Hall of Fame that shouldn't be, or that wouldn't be, I should say. So it's those that crossed, events like what's her name, Medusa.
oh yeah. Hmm.
You know, what I mean? Yeah, she's in the Hall of Fame, and remember, she threw the WWE title in the garbage on WCW TV.
Ooh, I remember
You
that. That's
know,
classic. That's
yeah,
classic right there.
yeah. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, so it's just like I don't. I think feelings aside, you know, what I mean, I think who deserves to be in there is a totally different situation.
You wrong. You wrong that. You wrong that. I mean, I was gonna look at somebody like I think I might have said to Batista or somebody
Yeah,
because I don't see Batista's he's been gone for a while. I mean, he's been in the movie industry and making movie after movie after movie now, and he was one that walked away and really after that last time and never really came back. I mean, you don't really even see him showing up in guest spots or anything like that. But that could be somebody interesting. It could be.
yeah,
I mean, Batista did have a good run, definitely a good
he
run
did.
in WWE.
He
Yeah.
absolutely did.
Mm-mm-mm. Well, with that, who shall? Because they just got a month, about a little over a month left to. We'll see. So they should be
Right.
dropping some
And
names.
oh yeah, I'm sure over the after elimination, now the elimination chamber's over, I'm sure they'll start announcing more, especially some of the ones who I'm saying who are historically have been there and posthumously have what I mean who get in. But it's going to be interesting to see who else
Right.
gets in because quite frankly, I just can't think of everybody who's in now because I could just pop off somebody and be like, oh, they're already in. Oh, okay.
Right. I
But
mean, heck, the list is strong of who's probably in
there it is.
there.
Exactly.
All right, let's see here. Let's move it on. And this guy right here, Yeet Jey Uso took out before SmackDown. All right, my assumption was this. So when he won, what was it Monday? Was it Monday night? Was it Monday night? When he won Monday night against the OG Americano and Bronson Reed. Once Bronson Reed got hurt, as we know, they had to switch it up real quick. Rewind. So they switched up. Hey, they had to call a fast audible. Hey, make Jay get the pin, and we go with that and keep it moving. So Jay ended up getting the pin, Jay Americano, but at the same time, Jay was not playing to be in the Royal. I mean, to be in the Elimination Chamber. So take Jay out. Then we're gonna have, of course, we see who goes in. Jacob Fatu against Logan Paul. And I'm thinking that all along they at least wanted, as in you see how it went to end, they at least wanted one member of the Vision to be in that match. Of course, it wasn't Bronson Reed, but it should have been Bronson Reed.
Right.
And as you be seeing how it all happened, as we will get to shortly. But that was my assumption when I first seen it.
No, no. I think you're right. I think you're right. I think the overall um, story fight is now is they had since they had to do a little improvisation is basically who's the person who took out Jay.
Right. That was what I'm about
So
to
you know
say
what I mean?
next. That was what I'm about to
Yeah,
say next. Woo.
you basically made two stories at once at the same time.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Only the wise man, thinks of things like this. Only the only. If y'all didn't know, that's what it is.
The way my
Man.
brain works. My
but
wrestling brain works this way.
on a good Sunday morning or a good Sunday
Yes,
afternoon, I guess I say.
yes, yes.
But yeah, I mean, you got that right though. It takes it. Then we take another curve. We got another angle to go. So they just built onto that road. Like, oh, let's go move over here. Who took out Jay? What's going on with the vision? This and that. So by that, now I'm looking at you got, of course, like you said, who took Jay out? That's one question. Now, my other question is: the vision done, or do you just restructure?
Uh, I don't think the vision's done. It can't be done yet, primarily since and I won't mention it now, but during the revelation
Right.
at Elimination Chamber, it can't be done. Now, the thing is, too, you really can't restructure it because it wouldn't make sense. You know what I mean? Regardless of who you add next, it wouldn't make sense in the overall storyline of the Vision and Seth Rollins and all that. So you right now you're just kind of playing it by ear and hopefully getting word and how quickly these other guys can get healed up and get back in the action, right? Because who knows? The next thing they'll do is Seth Rollins whooping up on Austin Theory and Logan Paul, and then Braun Breaker comes back. You know what I mean? He comes, out of the crowd or something like that. You know what I mean? Or just to bring him back. And so, you know, I, to answer the question again, I don't think they're done. I don't think you can reconstruct. I just think you have to work through the current issues that are going on with people being hurt, and get really creative in doing so.
Yeah. Yeah. Because they are going to have to, like you said, come up with something because now you look at it. He's dealing with Logan Paul and Austin Theory. Neither one of them took him out at the very beginning. Like they weren't even a
Right.
part of it. So now you're dealing with a whole nother structure. But he's like, since y'all. So it's like, since I'm not friends with them, I'm not friends with y'all either. If I don't
Right.
like them, I don't like y'all either. Y'all associated with Paul Heyman, I don't like y'all either. So it's like, I get you.
Yeah, it
Hey,
makes sense.
yeah, I mean it does because now you get. I mean it happens. It's crazy how just like any other sport, and if people you don't think wrestling's real or whatever you want to label it as, it's not. It's about the athletes and the actions and the movements because yes, they get hurt. They definitely get hurt. Braun Breaker, a hernia. They said that man was so bad that could have been close to career ending. How bad his
Yeah.
hernia was. Bronson
Oof.
Reed, a torn bicep out of nowhere. That was just out of nowhere when he just jumped across and just his arm hit El Maricondo, Americando, OG, and it
OG
just happened. Like,
Americano.
yeah, it just happened. And it was crazy enough that now both of them are gone. You got for right now, Bronson Reed just had his surgery Friday. So it's like, wow. So who knows how this is all going to turn out. But
Nobody knows.
yes, yeah, how they going to end, do the storyline now considering what has happened. So like I said, we shall see. It's going to be interesting. Most definitely.
Definitely would be interesting.
It going to be interesting. So let me see. Oh, so another thing just happened this past week. As we see, as the matches are starting to take place for WrestleMania, as you're starting to build for matches, we know some matches like we know CM Punk and Roman Reigns. That's one match we know definitely is printed on the program right now. CM Punk, Roman Reigns. That's probably the main. I want to say that's probably the main event of all. That's probably the top main event from probably Saturday's main. I mean Sunday's main event. I probably would say.
Hmm.
But now with another thing coming, hmm, who wants to challenge the Beast, Brock Lesnar? Mm,
Hmm.
mm.
Mm. I know who I would like to see, but it won't happen. But I know I want to see. Let's say it like that. I know who I want to see. That's
And what
Jacob
is it?
Fatu.
Ooh, ooh. I didn't think
That's who I
about you.
want to see. Now it won't work out. I understand that, but
Hmm.
two big, aggressive, big dudes. You know what I'm saying? It'd be funny to see Brock, throwing him all over the ring, and and then he'll do a couple no sales and pop back up like, yeah, that didn't hurt at all. You know what I'm saying? You
Right.
got to do better than that, Brock.
That sounds
Suplex
like
City ain't gonna work on me. You know what I mean? So I think that would be a good one. Um, I'm gonna leave it at that because that's the one I want to see because they probably won't. That's not the one they're gonna give me though.
of course not. Of course, WWE very seldom give the WWE universe what they want. But
Hmm.
who I want? I want
Who's that?
Gunther. I want Gunther to answer the
Yeah,
challenge. Gunther of all
yeah, he probably will. He probably will. Now, as rumor is Brock's going to retire soon too.
people.
So I couldn't imagine him retiring.
Mean, yeah, Brock ain't
Brock.
get no
Yeah,
younger. Yeah, he's been. Hey, Brock
right.
been going for time.
Yeah, it might be. It might be this year when he retires.
Mm,
You know what I mean? But it's going to have to be. I don't know. How Brock would want to handle it. If that makes any sense, right?
yeah.
Is this going to be a retirement match? And if so, does he announce a retirement match? You know what I mean? Or they old school loser leave town match. That
that's
kind
old.
of
That's old school right there.
yeah.
Loser
You know
leave
what I mean?
town.
Like, do they do it that kind of way, or did they just let him kind of ride off into the sunset? He got beat, and it's already considered since you get beat by Gunther. And as a former champion and an older guy, you know what I mean, that it's just automatically assumed that you're retired. The career killer. You know what I mean?
Career killer. Yeah, Randy Orton passed it on. Gunther.
Yeah. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Good stuff, though. It's good stuff.
Yeah, yeah. I definitely wouldn't mind seeing that, but we'll see. I mean, it's gonna have to come in the coming weeks to build. Or are they gonna wait to WrestleMania and have Brock just stay in the ring and then somebody's music just pops on? So,
Right. Yeah. I mean, that'd be cool too. But then it's, I
mm-hmm.
mean, it better be somebody good. Damn it.
Definitely got to be somebody good. Definitely. All right, people. Let's tell you right here, and y'all already know what we've been waiting for. Oh, wrong one. But anyway. The
Oh no,
time
he
we've
didn't.
been waiting for. The one and only. The wise man T Rock brings to you the next indie wrestler to watch. Who do you have for us, T Rock?
All right, so the the next indie wrestler I have for you guys to watch, his name is Titus Alexander. He is a 6 foot, 202 pound wrestler who's been in the business for 7 years. Debuted in 2018. Calls himself the Future Franchise. He trained at the Ugly Dojo out in Sacramento, which is, I think there's a actually a tag team called Ugly Dojo. I think they're brothers, and they also have it's a wrestling school. They have as well. His signature move is called the Big Ugly.
Big
And
ugly.
really, all it is, well, I can say all it is, but what it is that I don't know if you remember Gable or OG Americano
Right.
when it what does basically is the drop where then he rolls back up and then drops you again and does like the sunset and holds you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like he did with that's what he, what I'm saying, when he always lifts the dude and just picks him up like that. Anyway, that's the Big Ugly, and that's one of his finishers, but that is his big finisher. He has wrestled in several promotion wrestling, Pro Wrestling Noah, which is a Japan, a Japanese promotion, West Coast Pro, Limitless Wrestling, DPW, GCW, Defy. He's even had an appearance in ROH and AEW.
Mm.
He's a two-time West Coast Pro Tag Team Champion with Starboy Charlie. Um,
Charlie.
and, and they call themselves the Crush. Um, he is also a two-time West Coast Pro Heavyweight Champion, Prestige Champ, the POW Champion, and the belt. He was also the Hardcore Openweight Champion. They called it the GHC title, which is the Global Honor Crown, which is what they have in Pro Wrestling Noah. That's what they call their titles, and he is the Hardcore Openweight Champion there. Was the openweight champion there as well, and I think he had another title there as well. I think I forgot to write it down, but he's probably going to be. Hopefully, this guy's going to be the next to get a look. Like I said, he's been on ROH and AEW TV. We'll see if he gets the next invite to maybe a WWF workout, stuff like that. And I know we're talking about Mr. Titus Alexander, but I can't not. I just want to throw this in real quick because he even posted this on his social media that Starboy Charlie has wrestled a match in Evolve, and yeah,
Mm.
and it looks like he's basically nice WWE ID signage as well. So just like Starboy Charlie's well on his way, and I expect his former tag team partner to be as well.
All right. You heard it here first from T Rock, the next indie wrestler to watch, Titus Alexander. Okay, Titus, get your up. Horn is wrestled and involved in other wrestling promotions. Hey, do your thing. Do your thing. So he should be
Yes,
showing up
yes.
to a TV near you. Now, I know it's some of y'all been waiting for us to talk about Elimination Chamber last night's festivity. And first off, I just got to hit this first off. First
Okay.
off, oh, who was in the crate? Danhausen. Danhausen was in the
Dan
crate.
House.
And the odds was on Danhausen, and Vegas wins again. Danhausen was in the crate. I just, I mean, it's comedy. We know Danhauser is the skit. We know he's, to me, he's comedy. It's not, it's really no, it's like, really. I mean, I just, I want wrestling to be wrestling. I can skip the side the skits. I can skip all this. I really can. I'm just not that guy to be like, oh, okay, let's get a funny out. No, I don't need it. I can skip it. I'm fast forwarding. If I'm recording, I'm fast forwarding it past Danhausen. I don't. It doesn't entertain me. I want to see somebody whipping somebody's tail. Danhausen talking about you're jinxed or you whatever it
You're
is.
cursed.
You're cursed. Yes, I can't do it. I can't. In WWE, I don't know. I'm surprised, but hey, you never know with them. I mean, is R Truth about to retire? I mean, because now you got R Truth doing Pizza Hut commercials and ESPN
Papa
commercials.
John's.
Yeah, Papa John. Well, I say Pizza Hut, Papa John's commercials
Yeah.
and ESPN how to log into the app. They frustrate with that. Mm.
Okay. I feel you. I do. I do. And I had to make myself think differently. Wrestling is also entertainment. If and especially in the WWE, hence World Wrestling Entertainment, right? If you wanted to see, obviously he was in AEW as he was a funny dude. You know what I'm saying? He can wrestle. Now I haven't seen enough matches where I can say he's like a fantastic wrestler, disguised as this character or whatever. But he brings a level of entertainment to wrestling, and that's how I in my head that's how I had to figure it out because honestly, obviously, we're not going to like everything WWE or AEW does, but I ain't gonna lie to you, I didn't hate it. I didn't hate it. I thought it was entertaining. I thought that I think if it was anywhere other than Chicago and CM Punk kind of place, I think the reception would have been a little bit better. You know, um, but we'll have to see how all this fares. I know a lot of people didn't like it. I didn't mind it. It because for me, it's like, okay, this is the jumping off point. Where do we go from here?
Mm.
Now, the rest of it could be just god awful, right? But I have to believe that they have something in store for Danhausen, because you just wouldn't sign a guy if you didn't. A guy who never even went through developmental, right? And I mean, when you have people like Ethan Page and Ricky Saints and folks who've been in the wrestling for years and years and years. Now, I'm not saying Danhausen's been wrestling for years, but he never, they didn't even start him off there. They put him, this kind of, tossed him in the deep end. Does that mean he's going to wrestle, or if he's just going to be this entertainment guy? Nobody knows. I did not hate it for the other reason that this is kind of his thing. This is his character. You know what I mean? This is who Danhausen is. This is a revamp of the Danhausen character. You know what I'm saying? They gave him backup dances. You know what I'm saying? He created he's got his own music with his own voice singing his own lyrics. I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, again, I understand why you feel a certain way about it. I get it. I completely get it. I really do. But I had to look at this objectively and be like, you know what? I didn't hate it because I felt like it could have been so much worse. You know what I mean? They gave me entertainment. He didn't come out, you're cursed and and doing all this stuff and talking on the mic. They gave me entertainment, and that's the way I looked at it.
Yeah, if I want entertainment, I'll go watch a movie. I'm not. I'm not trying to go watch a Dan Hauser, but we'll see what they do with this. Like you said, where are they taking this to? Because they have to have some type of direction to go with this. Don't know where, can't think of where, but we shall see.
That we will.
Yeah. But I want to tell you one other thing. Well, let me say this. One thing I might have hated just as much of Danhausen.
I already know where you're going with this.
You already know. AJ Lee defeats Becky Lynch. Now she's the Intercontinental title. Who else has AJ Lee went against? I know y'all think she's went against Becky. Becky hasn't beat her. I don't know. They just make her. Yeah, this third time now. Why? Why does AJ Lee deserve it? Why? I know they just making it. They had to keep going off of the whole AJ, CM Punk, Becky Lynch, Seth Rollins, and just build off that from back then and just kept it moving on. And they make it as in Becky Lynch says AJ don't belong here. AJ's only titles AJ have had is that what was the belt? What was the woman's belt back
It
then?
was it was it was the Divas title. It
The
was a butterfly
Divas,
looking thing.
the Butterfly Divas title. Yeah, that ain't no. Yeah, these women would stomp each and every diva from back. Hold up, Lita. I think Lita was one of the only ones who probably could hang with these women now. But I think she's probably the
Uh,
best.
I think there's more than that.
I don't know, but
Molly Holly,
mm,
Molly Holly, she could
Molly
wrestle.
Holly,
She
yeah,
she's a hell of a
yeah,
wrestler.
Molly Holly was,
She's such a hell of a wrestler that she's training some of these young folks now. She was a
yeah,
hell of a wrestler.
and Molly Holly is
Uh,
in the Hall of
uh,
Fame, but still,
Jazz, uh, um, hell of a wrestler. There was another one too that I liked. She was in what is her name? She was in the when was it Right to Censor?
oh yeah, I remember. I know what you're talking about. I can't think of her name.
Her name's escaping me right now. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Victoria,
Victoria.
Victoria.
Yep.
So let's not get it twisted. Let's not
Well,
let's not say they today's women will whip all the wrestlers because there was a lot of what I'm saying. Hell, even Mickey James back then
Mickey
was
James. Oh, Mickey James could possibly go in the Hall of Fame. I mean, hell,
yeah,
Jameson,
yeah. There you go.
Mickey
There you
James.
go.
Yeah.
So what I
Paige.
mean. So
I give it
yeah.
some up. Yeah, some up. But
Well, Paige is more of I would say she's newer. She's still along the line of times of the four horsewomen type. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
That kind of era. Although she did come in to beat AJ Lee for the title in her first
yeah.
match.
She came in at the
Now,
very end of the Divas, pretty much. You would say.
right now, here's what I think about. You ask why. I ask why not. Why not AJ? I mean, who else? Who else is gonna in the women's division? What is this Raw? I mean, Raw that you felt like deserved any more opportunity than AJ? Who else can hold that title with any kind of prestige and make it matter? See, if you got to think about it, study long, study wrong. So what I'm saying is, there is no one else that at this point on Raw that's going to be able to take that title and make it mean something. That's the problem with a lot of titles in general, right? They put them on people, and and sometimes they struggle to make it mean something. That's why for a long time the Intercontinental Men's Intercontinental Championship wasn't like considered like it used to be called the workman's the workhorses title.
Yes,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Hmm.
And now it this is me not dissing anyone. You know what I'm saying? But then Miz gets it a bunch of times. Dolph Ziggler may get it a few times. You throw it on some of these other all these other wrestlers a few times, but I would say this about the Miz. He made it mean something. right? Everybody before Miz, your Stone Colds, Rocks, Shawn Michaels, hell, I think it's a maybe point, maybe even Undertaker and Yokozuna. All these people, they had the IC title before they even went to the heavyweight WWE heavyweight championship title. So it always meant something. So to tell me that I understand, you know what I'm saying, you don't like some of the old school women that come back and wrestle and all that. First of all, AJ looked in fantastic shape. She didn't look like she missed a step in that ring. The match wasn't. I'm not gonna say it was like a classic match,
Right.
but I'm not gonna say it was a bad. It wasn't a terrible match either. It was not a terrible match. And I think some of the angles and all that stuff, and I see where this is all going because they're probably going to have Becky Lynch wrestle Jessica Carr at Mania. She's already wrestling anyway. She's actually a
Or
mask wrestler.
a mask. Yep.
Yeah, somewhere else, and I think maybe Evolve or something like that
Evolve.
right now. Anyway,
Hmm.
so and then AJ is going to move on to someone else, and who knows, AJ just might drop the title at Mania. But again, you got the reason why they put a title on you in the first place is because you put butts in seats. AJ could put butts in seats. She's good on the mic. You know, man, like I said, she may be for your a little long in the tooth for you, but she's in great shape, and she didn't look like she missed a step for real out there. It's all about chemistry.
Well, I think probably a lot of people who probably liked AJ from back then, they might still be rooting her on. But I'm just not no fan from these old school wrestlers that come in and taking shine from to a lot of these younger wrestlers as they're right now. I mean, there's a
She took it
lot
from
of
Becky.
yeah, but there's a lot of wrestlers that could be in that position where she's
Who?
in. I don't know. I can't come off the top of my head like you
And
said.
and that and that and that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like it'd be different if they brought up Sol Ruka.
Yeah,
She hasn't made it there yet. You know what I mean? So unless it's a name that the fans just love, why not?
I don't know, man. It's like I said, it's so who knows what they're gonna eventually do. Like I said, there's so many that they could, but I don't know. We'll see. I think it's just only now is the time to see what are they gonna do with AJ. How long? I mean, of course, she wasn't gonna lose in Chicago too. I mean, of course, that turns out to be now it's her home since CM Punk and everything else. So, but both of them having the title at the same time works out just like Steph and Becky's had the title at the same time. So the power couple.
Right.
So we shall see. We shall see what this is going. But now I'm talking about the power couple. Let's move it on because now CM Punk defeats Finn Balor for the he defends his title, retains it. Finn
Great
Balor, I
match.
mean, I if they don't go ahead and do something with this Judgment Day, because it's like you seen Finn Balor shake his hand like, "Hey, good match." I mean, it seemed like a mutual thing, like, "Hey, this what it is. Give him the title shot. Appreciate it. We battled. You came out the better man this time. I okay. Well, what does Finn Balor do now? Does he just go ahead and break it up, or does he go after the Intercontinental title? Dominique,
Dominant.
yeah. Dominic. Yeah, what I say, Dominique. Yeah.
Dominique.
I was.
Dominique Wilkins.
Well, that's the first thing I was thinking of too. Dominique Wilkins too, about Chicago.
Because we both
But yeah,
old. That's why.
right. But yeah, so does he do that? I mean, what do Finn do now? Because him and as in CM Punk would say, big head JD McDonough, Galahad. He always talks about
His
McDonough.
head's big. His head's big.
It is funny as hell.
Um, Finn Balor goes face turn. The rest of the Judgment Day kind of break down, I guess. Um, yeah, I would say that was probably to be the next logical thing would be Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio for the title. at Mania, and maybe, just maybe, you might get the Demon
Mm,
again. I was listening to him in an interview, and I think it was with Cody. Another, I was watching that Cody show
right.
again, and his whole issue with the Demon is like when he first came out with this thing, it was supposed to be in this match. I think it was in Japan, and it's supposed to be the concept was like a shadow of the guy of his opponent he was wrestling in that particular match. Like the almost like fighting himself kind of thing. And that was the whole point of this demon character. Where when you got a WWE, the demon had to mean something. The demon could only come out when it was the certain thing happening. Right, a certain match was going to go on. That's why you don't have to see the demon very often. So he's kind of he said he's got a kind of a love hate relationship with that demon character because he when he did it he didn't intend it for it to be one of those situations where where the demon should only come out when when odds are this and when feel like he's got to come out. That's just not a thing.
I see what you mean.
So yeah, so especially now he's doing his old entrance too. So
Show is. Hmm.
yeah, so we'll see. Like I say, you might get the demon in Mania. I would like to see the demon at Mania.
It would be. I mean, Vegas of all places too. I mean, why not? Why not?
Hmm.
Why?
Had me. I
I
was
know it. I know it. Yeah. That music hits more.
boy. I
That's
was
one
doing
thing
it
right
too. I was
there.
like, I like Mr. Finn Balor.
Oh, you know what? Man, I
That
don't
was a
know.
fantastic match too. Fantastic match.
Hmm.
Best match of the night.
Hey,
CM
that
Punk had a 10-minute ring entrance. It's just like this
that
match ain't never gonna start.
ring interest for CM Punk with the Chicago Bull. I
Yeah.
almost was like
Uh,
chills because I wasn't even no Chicago Bulls fan back today and everything else, but I mean the interest, the the song, yeah, it's something. It's one of a kind as it is. When you hear that, you already know what's up, and it's like, oh, he put that out. That was bad.
yeah.
That was
It was
bad.
tough. It was
Yeah,
tough.
it really was.
It was tough. I just never
Somebody
thought
did
he'd
some
make it to
thinking.
the ring, but it was
Yeah,
tough.
somebody did some thinking on this. Say, hey, why don't we put the ooh, yeah, like yeah, that was badass. I must say.
Yeah, it was. It
Alright.
was best match of the night. It was a
Yep.
fantastic
I
match.
would say the
Loved it.
same. I would say the same. Alright, so now we go to our elimination chamber winners. Who came out on top? Hey, one person for the women. The one and only. Mommy. Rhea
Mommy.
Ripley. Rhea Ripley comes out the winner. I mean the thing to me, it was kind of predictable myself as the winners. I was thinking already Rhea was going right back to the title myself. I was just thinking she was going to win. I didn't see other than where they put Tiffany Stratton back in there. I don't. They might be losing faith in Tiffany. I don't know. Just how it looked to me a little bit, but they might be stepping her back a little bit. Maybe having her come back slower and not getting back in the the spotlight as much. But I mean, you
Right.
always win when Rhea. It's I mean, it doesn't get too much better than Miss Ripley right there. And
True.
you putting her up against Jada in
Jade.
Jade, yeah. Jade in WrestleMania. I mean, they've never faced off before.
Right. You know what I liked about did you see I think during the when they did the post
Oh, the yeah,
PLE interview, you see what
hmm
she tweeted out, what Jay tweeted out?
yeah. I
I
said,
guess she'll do.
I
I
guess
guess
you,
she'll do.
I guess you
Uh,
do.
yeah,
That's how it
I like
sounds.
that. I like that. I like that a lot. So I think it's going to be a good one. I think it made sense. Had we had talked about this prior to, I probably would have picked Rhea because that's the only one that would have made sense for me.
Mm-hmm.
She's already wrestled Tiff like 2 or 3 times. Oscar's had her time in the sun.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think. I don't think Bliss, Alexa Bliss, is we're even worried about contending for a title at this point. I think she's there. You know what I'm saying? And she looked like she looked different from it. She almost looked like a baby doll. It looked like she had like either a lot of makeup or a lot of work done.
Mm.
Um, just look, her face just looked different for me. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying she didn't look like her regular self to me. Um, and it just made sense for Rhea to win, either her or Raquel. But I didn't think they was gonna put Raquel Rodriguez in the main event of
No,
WrestleMania. This wouldn't make any sense.
no.
So I would have definitely picked Mommy to win this one, and especially you got two big thick women out there, muscle bound women, Greg go at
Right.
it. So I'm digging it.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. I kind of predict. I mean, once the scene like I looked at it pretty much the same way you just said it. I mean, who would be the best possible fit for that match? And oh, excuse me, but yeah, I mean, no doubt, right there, Rhea Ripley. Why not? All right, for the well, once we get before we get to the men, one thing we did kind of point out a little bit earlier, but Seth Rollins ends up being the masked hooded man. Seth Rollins. How could Seth Rollins be? So what they did though, to me, so
Okay.
it kind of makes a little sense now once you think about it, how they let Friday go down. And I kind of digged it because I like, okay, because at first we all like, oh no, it can't be Seth Rollins because he's hurt. He's this, he's that. But then what they made it out to be, the guy once Logan Paul pulled the hood off and the little ski mask off. Everybody's like, who the hell is he? Who's this guy? What the heck is he? So it comes back. Oh, he's a student of Seth Rollins in Seth Rollins' academy. So now you think so, hold up. So you mean more likely the whole time there's probably been different guys, but probably as they making it as students of his academy, just hitting them every time. It's different guys, probably different guys. But one guy just made it as in he had the beard, he had the T under the, but you could see it under there. So it's like, oh, hold on, who could that be? Could that be Grayson? Could that be Austin? Could that be?
Right.
Yeah, but they knew. I mean, that's that long term storytelling they do, and it comes out like, oh, so at the end, so it makes it once Seth is able to come out and do a little something because, like you said, he did a kick and a stomp. All he did came in that ring and did a kick, stomp, stepped out. They said once you seen him go over the ropes, you already knew who it was. And I like,
Yep.
I dig it. I dig it. I dig it. Because then they can make it, oh,
Yeah.
it's been Seth Rollins all along. Yeah. Nah.
Yeah.
He just sent out hitmen. So yeah.
Right, right, yeah, yeah, exactly, and which was actually kind of brilliant because everybody was wondering who the masked man was, and turned out, what I'm saying, the way they played it anyway, the masked man was just other folks. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't anybody that you might have thought it was going to be. It wasn't your Austin Theories. It wasn't your Logan Pauls. It wasn't, what I'm saying, all these other people you thought it was. So I think they played it pretty well. What I mean, they fooled a lot of people, but uh, now, does this mean that he's back completely? I don't know. I don't know, but I'm glad it happened. They said he's back. Everybody's saying he's back. But I mean, is that back like he's back on TV, or is he
Right.
back ready to get in the ring? You know what I'm saying? I don't know what that looks like. So, like I said, especially with this whole vision thing, it's just something I have to let play out over time.
No doubt about it, no doubt. But
But I liked it.
Yeah, but the funny thing when I came, and you think about this. So back in the elimination 3 years ago, elimination chamber, Logan Paul took out Seth Rollins with a stomp to make Seth Rollins get beat. Back
Yeah. Yeah.
2024, Logan Paul attacked Randy Orton before he left out to get with the elimination chamber to make Randy Orton get defeated. But it all comes back around. Seth Rollins takes out Logan Paul for Logan Paul because Logan Paul he was taking full advantage of these guys when it came down to it. And pin one, pin two, pin three. We like, oh my God, he's for Logan Paul trying to run the table.
Yeah.
But it
He
came
stole
down.
one of them though.
Yeah, he did. He was selling them. He was stealing them. He's like, oh, hold up. Let me get this pin. But when it came down
Yeah.
to it, it was the one and only, the Viper, Randy Orton, to secure the win, to move on, to trying to get his fifth, going for his 15th world title victory and going to WrestleMania to wrestle Drew McIntyre. Oh, hold up. Not quite. Because now Drew McIntyre effed around, and now he's going to be going against Cody Rhodes coming this Friday on SmackDown for the title. It's a lot going on. Now you got
There's a
him
lot
going
going
against
on.
Cody. Now you got him going against Cody. I mean,
Yeah. Now here's the thing. They better not make it some kind of triple threat. I would not be happy.
I'm telling you.
Just make it Randy and whoever's got the title at the time. Whether it be Cody, which would be a great match, two old buddies, going for the title, especially after the way that last one ended. Because you heard, what's her name, Jackie Redmond say, he just looked dejected, like he didn't say hi to the kid or bye to the kids or the fans or nothing. He just went out of the ring, like, damn, you know what I mean? And so that would, just that alone would be good. But then you got obviously the one of the best trollers, in wrestling right now,
Oh, Drew.
with Drew. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So, and I think that'd be a great match too, right? I think Drew and Randy be a fantastic match. So, but they just cannot make it a triple threat match because I would not be happy if they do that, and I'll be highly pissed off. Like this is dumb.
Hey, I got some scenarios for you real quick before we go.
All
We're
right.
gonna keep on going.
Okay.
Get some scenarios. So, could we see Nick Aldis he's been bucking up to Drew quite a bit. So, could Nick Aldis come out of retirement or whatever he's doing? I don't even see he's retired, but go against Drew? Could we have Cody win this Friday and go against Randy? Or could we have Drew McIntyre, Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, and Jacob Fatu in a four-way title match?
Don't want that.
I know you don't, but I can see that happening.
Don't want that.
That's the one I
I
can
can,
see happening.
right. I can see. Okay, if it's for me in a perfect world, Randy. Okay, now that you brought uh, um, uh,
Fatu.
my well, not just Fatu, but my the GM. God bless, I can't remember his name now.
Nick Aldis.
Mr. August. Now you brought him in, so I think it'd be a. I would like to see Randy Orton versus champion again, Cody. WrestleMania. Randy wins the championship. Uh, gets his what 15? It'd be 15, if I'm not
Mm-hmm.
mistaken. He get to 15. I think Cody would be more than happy to lay down for him. Uh, I think, and then you have Nick Aldis versus Drew McIntyre match as well. Um, And then as far as Jacob, like I said, you know where I want to see Jacob and Brock.
Oh yeah.
So for me, I think that would be an ideal for me to see. And again, I don't know where that leaves Gunther and all that other stuff, but I'm not a big fan of 3 or 4 way matches from Mania. Maybe for like things after Mania or things before Mania, but not your big pay per views, not your Summer Slams, your Royal Rumbles, your Mania, and whatever the other four. There's usually I think there's 4 of them. There used to be like what, Hell in a Cell, but I don't even think they do that like that anymore. But um, if you could do that at like I said, Elimination Chamber, you can do that at things like uh, the one they call after Mania. I can't even think of the name of it right now. TLC or something like that.
Backlash.
Yeah, backlash and all that. You can do all that with that kind of pay per view. You don't do that on the big ones. You go straight up. You know what I mean? And I mean, still could be shenanigans, but you go straight up and let them go. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't work for me.
I got you. I got you. But
For me,
right, right. Hey, we shall see where they go after come this Friday, and we definitely will be here to talk about it next Sunday.
yes, yes, yes,
But
yes.
let's move on and let's get to hey your rating of Elimination Chamber.
You know what? I didn't think it was too terrible. I think there were some really good matches. I think there was some really good spots in both elimination chamber matches. I think the elimination women's matches were, elimination chamber was good. I'm gonna give this one a 7.5. It was about 7.5. I was gonna say 8, but I'm gonna give it a 7.5 because I thought it was a pretty decent one.
Well, you know me, how I do. Couple downfalls to me, kind of predictable certain things. I think a couple matches was like I said was still good. And they could have had maybe one or two out of the maybe added match. They could have had, they could have my irresistible forces when well, because okay, of course they couldn't because you had they won the titles Friday night because Rhea Ripley had to win in the elimination chamber. So of course you weren't do no double duty. So I'm going with a 6.5 myself. I mean, I just think it was kind of a lot of it predictable. Um, wasn't it was I had some spots where I enjoyed, but quite a bit of it I was like, could have been better. I
I
think they
got
just
you.
yeah, they just got to build off of this. I guess hopefully that they can go with this and work their way to build on what match are they going to do for WrestleMania, and we should see from there. Because I mean,
True enough.
yeah, we got to go from there. All right, we shall see. All right, guys. Last but not least, let me ask y'all: are you all a question? Because I want to know: did you know? Now, did you know there are 4 guys who have won 2 Royal Rumbles and at least 2 Elimination Chamber matches? Four,
Hmm.
4 guys.
Hmm.
And let me tell you who they are. You want to
Yes.
take a quick swing at who they might be?
Oh shit! I can't come off the floor on top of my head. I'm gonna say Randy is one of them.
Randy has joined that elite combination. John
I was
Cena,
gonna say.
Triple H, Edge, and Randy Orton.
I like it. I
Who
like
would have
it.
thought?
Yeah.
Wouldn't have thought. Of course, I mean John Cena, probably, of course, but I wouldn't even thought of Edge of one person. I would that would
No,
be mm-mm. Triple
not at
H.
all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I can
Maybe.
see it. Yeah, Randy Orton. I mean, you put your time in, but hey, I can see it though. I can see it. Those guys, hey, that's what it is. They legends now. They are definitely legends in the game. Legends in the game. All right.
Absolutely.
Final words. Final thoughts of Elimination Chamber, the week, and everything else. What you got for us, T Rock?
Only thing I'm going to say is this: I'm just curious as to who's going to induct AJ into the Hall of Fame.
Mm, it should be a guy named
Who
last name
who's going
Joe.
to?
I say
Yeah, that's
last name
yeah,
Joe.
yeah. Who's going to induct him? Because there's a lot of people out there, and I'm pretty sure he could choose from. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? So I wonder who this person is going to be. So we shall see.
We shall see. We shall see. And look, people, we got like I said, we got plenty of time to build up to WrestleMania. And let me tell you one thing. We got I want to be exact for y'all one more time. We got 48 days, 4 hours, 34 minutes, and 57 seconds to WrestleMania. So we're going to build on that in Las Vegas. We're going to
In
have,
Vegas.
hey, we're going to have something big. We're going to do something big when it comes to WrestleMania weekend. So keep an eye out on us. Keep an eye. We got some guests we should be talking to very soon. We're gonna reach out and hey, just keep a lookout on the page. We'd like to say thank you to our sponsors, Mal Wide Beard Company and In Touch Therapy, Dr. Shannon Woods. Hey, until next time, the wise man T Rock. I'm the Don. Thanks for joining us. And hey, it's submission session where we put you in the chokehold until you tap out. Peace. There you go. Oh, 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 oh. Where my thing go?